Hello, pals. Checking in and getting ready for our workout today. As always, we are going to start today with a mission moment. Just reminding ourselves why we're here, why we get together as a community through team and training for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And today, my mission moment is I'm thinking about one of my mom's really good friends when I was growing up. And we called her Aunt Lou, and her husband, Jim. They were a big part of our lives when we were kids. We always loved going over to their house. And so Jim passed away when we were pretty young from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So just kind of remembering him today. It was he came up in conversation over the weekend. So just thinking about those people in our past who we have lost, who we care about, who we have fond memories of, and are the reason why we show up and do the things that we do. I am popping the playlist for today's workout over into the Spotify. We're going to start it in just a second, but first I'm going to demo the exercises that we're going to do today. Like always, if you don't have any weights, I use some weights that I have lying around the house. You can use a water bottle. You can use some anything heavy that you have in your house, or not too heavy. Or you can just use body weight, and that's fine too. If you're not going to use any kind of resistance, just make sure that you put tension in your muscles as you do the exercise. But here's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a fun little series of exercises that are good for athletes, particularly runners and triathletes, cyclists and the like. These I like to call the exercises that we all like to do. That we all need to do, but forget to do. And actually, it occurs to me right now as I'm standing here that I left my book in the other room with the exercises in them that we're doing today. Bear with me. Here we come. Woohoo. Today's workout brought to you by running to the other room. Here we go. Okay, so this first exercise, I actually brought my water bottle in here with me, not just so that I would have some water, but also so that I would have something to aim for. We're going to be working on one-legged deadlifts. So when we do a balance exercise, what I want you to do is always keep your foot that you're lifting up close to the floor. For those of you that aren't quite ready to balance, you can just tap your toe right on the ground and hold it there. If you need to just be on 2 feet, that's okay. But for those of you that are ready to work on a little bit of balance, what we want to do with a deadlift is we're hinging at the waist. So coming down like this. And that's why I have the water bottle here as something to aim for, to touch. And then squeezing the glute, so squeezing your butt muscle to come back up. So if we're looking at this from the side, I'm going to put my little thing to aim for there. What I'm doing is I'm hinging at the waist. My knee is slightly bent, but I'm not bending the knee like I would with a squat. I'm just hinging down to touch my water bottle and then squeezing the butt muscle, woohoo, to come back up right there, nice and tight. So we're going to do 2 sets of that. We're going to do one side, then we're going to switch to the other side. Then we're going to do some exercises for our rear deltoids. That's a small muscle in the back, important muscle for swimmers, but also important muscle for anybody that's spending a lot of time sitting at a desk. These muscles in our shoulders and our back, they're the things that help and keep us up straight. And when we're in front of our computer, we're hunched over like this all the time. So working those muscles that help keep us standing straight. We're going to put a slight bend in our knees so you don't make yourself ill. Keep your tummy tucked nice and tight to support the torso. Put my free hand on my knee just for some support. And my other hand starts with the knuckles facing the computer screen. And I'm going to lift up. And while I'm lifting up, I'm going to rotate my hand and bring it right up here underneath my chest. My elbow, as you can see, is nice and back, nice and tall, and then we rotate back down. So it comes up and down, up and down, and you're going to feel that pinching right behind the shoulder blade there. So we're going to do a set of those on the right and a set of those on the left. And then we are going to do a squat with a side tap, and we're going to fly our elbows out a little bit. So we're going to come down in a nice squat position. Tummy's tucked, sitting back in our squat. Most of the weight is in the heels. I'll move my water bottle so you can see my tootsies. Most of the weight is in the heels. And while we're in this nice squat position, we're going to bring our weight to one side, and the foot is going to tap out and repeat here. And while that's happening, we're going to do little squeezes with those shoulders. So it's going to be a big shoulder day. So we're going to do a set of those on one side, a set of those on the other side. And then last but not least, we're going to do a curl to press and back down. That's our last exercise in these standing ones. And we're going to do it while balancing on one foot. Woohoo! So if you don't have weights, that's okay. Just nice and strong. And at our 15-second mark, we're going to switch feet. So you can see that we're working here a lot of balance, a lot of one side versus the other. Digging into our shoulders, we're digging into our arms a little bit, but the focus is working those hips, keeping that balance strong, and really bringing some evenness to the muscles that support us while we're running, biking, swimming. So once we've done all of those exercises, we're going to go through those 2 times in a row. Then we're going to come down to the mat, and we're going to do plank rounds. So 30 seconds of planks on one side, 30 seconds of planks in the middle, and then 30 seconds of planks. I'll turn around when the time comes, but on the other side. And we're going to do that twice. So 2 on this side, 2 in the middle. We go all around in a circle, 2 times through as like our final burnout at the end here. So that's our full workout. We're going to, as always, do timed workouts instead of reps. So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds of rest. If you need something a little more aggressive than that, cool, go for it. You can hang on 45 seconds of activity and 15 seconds of rest. But if that's too much for you, I'm going to be doing 30 and 30. Feel free to follow along with that plan. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to post our playlist just one last time. Post it in there. Going over to Spotify. I'm getting the sound started, and we're going to warm up. Oh, heck yeah. Here we go. Coming back to our screen. All right, so let's just start with a little stretch, moving through the hips, winding however you want. Whatever feels good right now. So like I said, we've been sitting in chairs a lot lately. So it's our chance to twist through the torso, move however feels good to you right now. If it feels good to pull up and back into a little arch, do that. If it feels good to do some lunges or to stretch in any way, find what feels good to you right now. So moving around here. Excellent. Next, shake it out a little bit. And we're going to go into some toe taps. So we're going to do 10 forward, 10 to the side, and 10 back at an angle. 1, 2, 3, tapping. And what I want you to do is really think about squeezing that quad and squeezing the butt as you move around in that circle. 10 reps on each side. And here we go. 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 3. Squeezing that glute. 4, 5. Squeeze that quad when you come forward. Squeeze the glute as you come back. Here we are. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Good. Now we're going to switch to the other side. 10 reps on this side. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2. Squeeze that quad. Squeeze the butt. 3. Tap. Tap. 4. Excellent. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze. Last set, 10. Excellent. Now we're going to take that movement into a little hop. So I know I've been doing this the last few weeks, and the reason is that it's actually a really excellent use of progression of the muscles in terms of balancing and moving from balancing in a static position to being able to balance in movement in multiple directions. Super important for runners to keep practicing. So our sequence goes switch to one side, then we're going to widen the hop, and then we're going to change directions with the hop back to that diagonal. So change directions and come back. We're going to do both sides. All right, ready? 10 on each side. Here we go. 1, 2, and sorry, change directions. That was all 1. Here's 2. Widen and change directions. If you can only step, that's okay. There's 3. So that step would just look like this, widening, changing directions, and stepping back. So here's 5, 6, 7. Ooh, my balance needs a little work today. And 8. 9. And 10. Excellent. Switching feet. 10 on this side. 1. Widen. Change directions. 2. Widen. Change directions. 3. Widen. Change directions. Woohoo. Here's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Excellent. Great job, everybody. Now we're going to do some 180 jumps. So where we start in one direction and we hop to face the other direction. If that's, again, a little too far in the progression, what we want you to do is just pivot, pivot. But I'm going to jump. Here we are, 20 of them, switching sides. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Hopefully your heart is starting to pump a little bit. You're feeling warmed up and you're feeling ready to really get into it with our workout. So here we go. We're going to do our one-legged deadlifts. We're getting into our rounds here. I've got my water bottle for spotting purposes. I've got my weight that I'm going to be using. Here we go, high intensity. 30 seconds and go. Bending at the waist, squeezing that glute. Squeeze. Squeeze. So leaning over to touch that water bottle, squeezing the butt muscle to come back up, hinging at the hips, squeezing through the tummy to stay nice and strong through the core. We only got 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. You got one more in you. Squeeze that butt. Nice job. We're just going to go right to the other side and do the other leg. I've got my water bottle, stays right in the same place to aim for. Moving the weight, the counterbalance to the other leg, coming down and squeezing. After 10 more seconds of rest, you got this. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Coming down, bending at the waist, and squeezing the glute to come up. Bend and squeeze. If you need to tap your toe to regain your balance, it's okay. And it's normal for one side to be a little bit more balanced than the other side. Squeezing that butt, squeezing those abs. Woohoo! 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Take a rest. Nice job. All right, we are moving to our rear delt rows. So coming back to the other hand, this position, just a reminder, we're in a little squat just for balance. Hand is resting. The resting hand is resting on the thigh. Other hand is going to do the twist as it's coming up. So we twist as we come up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Woohoo! For those of you who need a little reminder of what this looks like from the side, knuckles are faced forward in the down position and they twist to face out. 10 seconds to go. And rest. Nice job. Pardon me for 1 second. A little dry air in here today with the air conditioning. All right, we've got 15 more seconds of rest. We're moving to the other side. So remember, knuckles out at the beginning of the movement, and they twist as you come up, palm out at the end of the movement, and then coming back down. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squeezing. Squeezing nice and tight. So for those of you who are just using body weight to do this, keeping tension in that arm as you go through the twist. Halfway. Getting through that nice row. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right. Next, we're going to be down in a nice deep squat. Foot is going to tap, and our shoulders are going to come up like this. Yeah, it is. All right. Starting in 5 seconds. 2 weights if you got them. Down into that squat. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. High intensity. Nice deep squat. Sitting up nice and tall. Abs are nice and tight, supporting that upper body, supporting the back. You're going to feel that halfway. Halfway done, everybody. Yes. Woo. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. So shake out that leg. Shake out that balance leg because we're moving to the other leg here. 15 seconds more of rest. Working the hips. We're working the quads. Oh, yes, we are. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice, good squat. And here we go. Yes. Tap and squeeze in those shoulders. Yes. You got this. Nice and deep in that squat. Holding those abs nice and tight. Supporting the back. Supporting the trunk. Moving those hip flexors out and in. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. We are moving in to bicep curl to shoulder press and back down, balancing on one foot while we do it. Because I believe in you. Yeah, working all those balance muscles. Really works all of your hip flexors, keeps them nice, strong, and steady. It's exactly what we need as runners. Starting in 3, 2, 1, curl, press, 15 seconds on this leg, and then switch to the other leg. If you don't have any weights, that's okay. Squeeze nice and tight with those arms. Create tension in those shoulders. Switch to the other side. Yeah. Woo. Hang in there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, 30 seconds of rest, and we're going back to the beginning of this rotation. So we're going back to that water bottle. We are going back to hinging down at the waist and squeezing up with the glute. Super important to activate those glutes. As runners, one of the most common things is having the hamstrings doing all the work when it should be your butt. So here we're going to make that butt work and remind it that it knows how. Ready? And let's go. Hinging down in the waist, squeezing back up with the glute. Hinge down with the waist, squeeze. Hinging down, squeeze to come up. Come on, y'all. Halfway there. If you need to tap with your foot or keep that toe down because balancing is just a little too advanced for now, that's okay. You can do that. 3, 2, 1, and rest 30 seconds before we switch to the other leg. Woo, shake it out. Sometimes I feel like cramping in the bottom of my foot when my foot muscles are working to find that steady balance. Sometimes I really feel it in my hip. This exercise, I always feel it in my butt. No lazy butts in this group. All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Coming down, hinging down. Squeeze that butt. Hinge down at the waist. Squeeze the butt to come up. You got this. Squeeze. Woo! Halfway done. Woo! Ankle is working. Butt is working. Abs are working. Feet are working. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. All right. We are going to those rear delt rows. So going back to this arm, knuckles start facing forward, coming down, bending nice and softly in the knees, supporting with the hand. Knuckles start down. When they come up, that elbow, it's actually swinging out a little to the side for this exercise. Starting in 3, 2, 1, twist and swing up. You're going to feel that right behind the shoulder blade. Woo! Palm faces forward at the top, twist down to knuckles face forward at the bottom. Yeah. Let's get it going. Pretend like you're trying to elbow the person next to you. Elbow them next to you. Knuckle you out of the way. Bam. 3, 2, 1. Woo. I'm definitely feeling that. Ooh, right in this little muscle back here. 20 seconds to go. Moving to the other side. So I'm pretending I'm elbow my buddy. Elbow my imaginary friend. Going in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn that wrist. Palm forward, knuckles forward. Elbow my friend next to me. Boom. Squeezing right behind the shoulder. Halfway done. Nice job. You got this. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. All right. Next, we are moving down into that squat position, tipping up to one leg and tapping out while we are working those shoulder muscles, continuing to work those nice, strong shoulders that keep us standing up straight after a day in front of a computer. We got this. Yeah, go team. Sit down in that squat, find your balance on one leg, and go. 30 seconds, tapping away. If you don't have any weights, that's okay. Just bring tension into those shoulders as you lift. Yeah. Tappy, tappy. Deepening that squat if you can. Bending in that knee, keeping the abs tight, supporting through the trunk. Chest up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Yeah, you can see there how low I'm sinking into that squat. Even when I'm on one leg, my weight is still in the heel of the supporting leg. Nice and strong. All right, you got this. 15 seconds more of rest. Then we're flipping to the other leg. All right, here we go. 5 seconds. Let's get into our squat to start. Up onto that balanced leg and tap. Woo! Nice and deep. Abs pulled in nice and tight. Strong, strong, strong. Yes, you got this. Tap in. Digging in. Halfway done. See if you can sink a little lower back into that squat. Yeah, you got this. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Squats are done. All right, so our last standing exercise before we get into our plank rounds. Plank rounds. So this is bicep curl, shoulder press, balancing on one leg. 10 seconds to go. Catch your breath. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. High intensity. Yeah. Squeeze those arms. Squeeze those shoulders. You got this. Nice and strong through the core. Nice and strong through that leg, through the hip. Finding that balance while moving the upper body. Yes. All of this balance work will help you. It will help you as you get older. It will help you as you run. All right, one more and then rest. Woo, 30 seconds. Oh, forgot to do the other leg. Guess what? I'm going to work through my 30 seconds. I should have had us switch legs, but we're going down for planks next. So I'll get a little extra work, especially because I need to apparently on this side. Losing my balance. All right. Here we go, down to the mat for side planks. 30 seconds. Woohoo! Ooh. Had a little pull through my hip there. Nice and strong. Halfway done. Abs are nice and tight. Balancing in that side plank. Nice and strong through the shoulder. If you need to modify this, what you do is you bend the bottom knee. So you are here in a side plank like this. All right, rest. We're going around to a regular plank in 20 more seconds after this rest. With regular planks, you can do them from your elbows. You can do them from your arms up. If you need to modify, bend the knees and rest from the knees the same way you would modify a push-up. But I believe in you. You find where you're at and you go, starting in 3, 2, 1. So when we're looking at planks, what we want to make sure is that the plank, the flat line, is right through our abs here. So it's not trying to like get the back unnaturally flat. It's getting your abs flat. A nice straight line from your chest through your hips and through the legs. Nice and strong. Core pulled in tight. You got this. 5 seconds to go. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So now we're going to move to the other side plank. I like my soundtrack this week. Yes, I do. 15 more seconds of rest going into our side planks. All right, here we go. 5 seconds. Let's get in that preparation position. 3, 2, 1. Up into that side plank, creating a nice straight line from the head to the toes. Abs pulled in, arms high. If you need to go down to your elbow, that's okay. If you need to go to the knee, that's okay too. We're halfway done. Heck yeah, we are. 10 seconds to go. You got this. It's okay if you shake a little. I'm shaking a little. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, yeah. 30 seconds of rest here. We're going to go back to that other side plank. 20 seconds to go. 15 rest. It's our last plank on this side, guys. Oh, yeah. 5 seconds to go. Getting ready. 3, 2, 1. Creating that nice straight line through the body. Woohoo! Balanced up here in the side plank. Yes, you got this. I got this. You got this. Nice and strong. Halfway done. 10 seconds to go. Counting down. Breathing in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. We are going to that irregular plank right in the middle. Yes. 20 seconds to go. Now, if you need to modify, that's okay. Come down to the arms. Go down to the knees. Just hang in there. Find your way. You got this. All right. Let's get into position. Get ready to plank in 3, 2, 1. Down into that nice plank. Abs are flat like washboards. Yeah, they are. We are nice and strong, stretched out through the low back, not pinched, nice and tight. This exercise is happening in the abs, not the back. Halfway done. You got this. We've only got 1 plank left after this. Holding those abs in nice and tight, nice and strong through the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, yeah. Final plank. And then we are moving into our meditation. We only got 1 more round to go, starting in 20 seconds. Oh, yes, I believe in you. 10 more seconds to go. So let's get into position. Over onto the other side. Side plank starting in 3, 2, 1. Up. Arm up. Nice straight line through that hips from the tip of the head to the tip of the toes. Nice and strong. You got this. Abs are nice and tight. We're halfway done already, guys. Heck yes. Ooh, it's all right. I feel that shaking in my shoulder. I don't even care. It's fine. 5 seconds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Yes. Nice job. All right. Well, we're down here onto the mat. Let's move into our meditation position. Ooh. Bring our hands down. Resting, palms open. And slowly, as our heart rate starts to come down, what I want you to do is, as you breathe in, squeeze those fists. And as you breathe out, release them. And we're going to get into a rhythm. That rhythm is going with the breath and the body. As we breathe in, we squeeze. As we breathe out, we release. Breathing in and squeeze. Breathing out and release. Finding that rhythm between our muscles and our breath. Really feeling that breath coming into our body and leaving as the heart rate comes down. as our body thanks us for the work that we just did. Yes. You showed up here for yourself today, breathing in, breathing out, and squeezing just the right hand and release. Breathing in, squeezing one side and release. And just notice if your body feels a little different when you're breathing in and squeezing with just one side. And then slowly switch to the other side. Pass the energy along to the other side of the body. And take note, does that feel different? Does it take a second for your body to move the energy to the other side as you breathe in and squeeze, breathe out and release. Breathe in and squeeze, breathe out and release. And now switch between the two hands, squeezing and releasing on the right, squeeze and release on the left. And as you find the rhythm that works for you, whether it's passing that energy from one side to the other or squeezing both hands at the same time, just taking a moment. And today our meditation exercise is 3 good things. So I want you to think of 3 specific things that you feel a sense of gratitude for. And they don't have to be big things. For me this week, one of my good things is how delicious the watermelon is from my CSA share. We go to the farm every week. We pick up vegetables and fruits. We never really know which one is going to be there. And this week the watermelons came in and they were like candy and it tasted so good. And yesterday I had a chance to see my mom and dad, which these days is pretty special to find time and space to see our parents, especially if they're older. So it was so special. And then the last thing, my third thing this week is my partner's parents are reopening their cafe after 5 months of being closed. They finally have a plan for how they're going to reopen and stay open through the remainder of the pandemic. And I got to participate in helping them set up their online ordering for their cafe. So I'm so excited for them. It's so good that they're reopening, and I feel gratitude that I had a chance to participate in making that happen. So those are my 3 good things. And so I put to you, what are your 3 good things? So while you're sitting here breathing and letting your heart rate come back down, squeezing your fists and releasing, feeling that energy in your body, what are you grateful for this week? Thank you so much. I'm also grateful for each and every one of you that comes to join me week after week. I'm thrilled that you're here, that you gave yourself this time, that you showed up to work those muscles that we need to work as runners and as triathletes, but that we always tend to skip. We're doing these exercises to help reduce injury, to be stronger, better balanced athletes. We're doing it together every week. And I'm here for you, and I'm so excited about it. So thank you for showing up, and I will see you again next week. Woo, good work.